Welcome to Saturday Night Live and Local. I'm your host, Todd Carper. I'm joined tonight by, I'm very excited, we've got some very special guests. We have Kal Mullens, Jerry Ramone, and Mr. Stephen-o. So, like, hi guys.
Hello.
What's up, Todd?
Hello.
So I know all these guys from like a long time ago, and we used to make a lot of noise, and it was really fun. So, Kal, you produced our last record.
Yes, I did. It was about, I don't know, what, 10, 12, 15 years ago, maybe?
Yeah,
I don't even...
I think it was more like 15.
It seems like last week, really.
Yeah. Oh, and it was, we did it twice, I think, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we had to go back and redo because we cut print too quick.
Oh, yeah, there was some technical difficulties with some of our labor. Like some of the artists were, being a little temperamental, I think.
It was fun, though. It was really fun.
And it was there was garbage bags full of some sort of beer, I think.
Yeah.
That's probably why we had to come back the second time.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
So Kal, you've played in like more bands than I can count on my fingers and toes.
Yeah, I think so, but mostly people would remember Teacher's Pet, and then I played in the Bizarros for a short time, then Hammer Damage, and then for the last 24 years, I think it's been, is the Bad Dudes.
Bad Dudes. And then you were with The Hurt just not long ago.
Yeah, The Hurt was a California band, actually, and we got back together a few months ago, and we've done a few shows, but it's more 80s rock. I don't really, I don't do any singing or anything like that. Just guitar.
Lay your guitar stuff on.
Yeah.
So,
oh, I forgot the Tormentors. I can't forget that.
You forgot quite a lot. There's a lot.
There's a few other ones, but the Tormentors was Steve-o, me, and my brother. That was from the Rebels, the Rubber City Rebels, and he had this band called the Tormentors, who did punk rock cover songs, and everybody loved us, and it was a great band. It was a lot of fun. It only lasted about a year and a half. But
what era was that? Like,
that was in 2005 to 2007, in that area.
Yeah. All right. The Tormentors were really cool.
Steve-o actually was a big instrumental part of that band. So
yeah, thank you very much.
and Steve-o, before the Drifters, you and after the Drifters, you've had a number of bands, right?
Yeah, a few. I was in before Drifters was Final Solution,
right?
And then after, then once before that was DIM. Was in DIM, and then after that we did a couple of different projects with short-lived projects, but.
Oh, I have a story about a High Plains Drifters and a Final Solution show in Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, jeez.
Does anybody remember that?
Yes.
Yes, I was there. I remember.
I remember you were whitewater rafting or something. You were in West Virginia, and you were coming north, and we were coming south, and we met at this little tiny mom-and-pop motel.
The old Tangy Inn.
And those poor folks...
Oh,
they just didn't know what to do. And then there was some technical difficulties at the club, I think. There was did your amp blow up? Did I blow up your amp? If I do, I'm really sorry.
That was one of the several times in this band that my bass amp caught on fire.
Okay.
I had a Mesa Boogie Bass 400.
That was amazing.
It was an amazing amp, but it had a tendency to catch on fire. It did it several times.
Plus we booked it in there. We booked in there right when school let out, right when Ohio State let out. So there was nobody there. And
well, I remember inviting the entire club back to the hotel for some volleyball at 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
And
I still have pictures somewhere that Aaron took of us outside on the balcony or whatever, and I got pictures of us by the pool, those parents, they were mortified when we came out there.
Yeah, I think the men in blue finally showed up and asked us to disperse.
Well,
Yeah.
back then I had a huge mohawk, and that was way, way before mohawks were cool.
And
Yeah.
I remember you guys locked your keys in the car too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a typical Drifters outing.
Yep.
Right? Yeah, it was like every show was kind of like that.
Yep.
I woke up covered in French fries for some reason.
The only,
Yeah.
the only show that
Michael woke up covered in food too.
Oh, right. Well, he was covered in girls, then covered in food.
Right.
It was
Right.
kind of. I was a little mad about that, so I threw a bunch of fries on him.
Yeah, and Johnny hit me in my nether regions with the guys were playing pool and he shot, and the ball bounced and hit me and
then the ball bounced.
yeah.
and then the ball follow the bouncing ball.
Yeah.
So I want to play a song from Final Solution that was covered by the High Plains Drifters. It's called Black Leather Boots, and let's go into that right now.
She come to you, threats and pills. She'll break your back with radio thrills. She's got those little eyes, the ones that paralyze. She's a no-go. Black color boots. 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 She always like the whiz and trains. The pleasure you can get from fame. You really like a kick you get from Betty Swift. She's a no-go. Black color boots. 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 Sitting tall in a high heel shoes. When she wins, you think you'll lose. Think you better pay the rent. Girl, you act so innocent. She's a no-go. Black color boots. 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 Think you better pay the rent. The drag's a fucking innocent. Jesus, I go. Black leather boots. 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 Jesus, I go. Black leather boots.
That was Black Leather Boots by the High Plains Drifters, written by Final Solution. Did you have a hand in that, Steve-o?
Yes, I did. It was written by, the words were written by Mike Render, who also played guitar in Joy Circuit. Back then it was Mike Render, myself, drums was Marky Moon, and Captain Dave on guitar. Marky Moon was replaced by Mike Schubert, who's, oh my goodness.
There were so many Daves. There was Captain Dave, there was Super Dave, there was like...
Yeah.
Was there a Super Dave in that band? Or was that was a different band?
No.
Diamond Dave.
Mike Schubert, he's been in more bands.
Oh,
We
yeah,
don't have
Shuby.
enough time in the show to list how many bands that guy's been in, but
Right.
yeah, he was in the Final Solution.
I went up and started talking to him at a club at this benefit one time, and it turns out it wasn't even him. So I'm like, Shuby, right? And he goes, no, he's over there. This guy looked just like him. It was weird. So during the break, we were talking about this show in Pittsburgh at the Electric Banana. So what do you remember about that, Jerry?
Well, I remember it snowed real hard.
It was a whiteout blizzard. Couldn't
And-
see the road.
I was drinking yards of beer. They had like these tall beer glasses with, like balled on the end. And I remember drinking some of those, and we tried to get the band, the other band, to let us play first, so we could get out of there because it started snowing so hard, and they wouldn't let us. So, and there was probably about 3 people there by the time we got on to play, and we didn't make much money. And Steve-o got lost going back to the hotel. Me and Johnny and Dorinda were riding with Kevin, and we couldn't find the tunnel to get,
Oh, Pittsburgh's filled with hills and tunnels.
Yeah.
And that's even better in a blizzard.
Yeah, and so...
And I remember I was cordless that night. I was wireless, and I decided to, I was so pissed off by the time we went on that I, jumped off the stage, kicked over some tables, kicked open the front door, and ran out in the middle of this highway. And it was, right on a road. The front door was right on this road. And I walked out in the middle of this highway in a blizzard and, was standing there playing jet plane or something.
Yeah.
And, in the middle of the highway.
Damn,
and
I missed that. You rock, Todd.
just daring somebody to run me over because I just wanted to die.
Well, I remember Jeff Deal, who is one of our guitar players, many guitar players. We used to practice at Mom and Dad's when they were out of town. We'd set up on the back porch, and Jeff was wireless. And he'd run out to the street, he'd run out to 91 and be sitting there just jamming to all the cars going by.
I remember the first time I ever played without a wire connected to me. I was like, "Oh my God, I'm not connected. I can go anywhere." And and we were it was a Battle of the Bands at the Thurman Munson Stadium, and I jumped, and it was on the back of this semi trailer, and I jumped off the trailer and I started running the bases because I could, and I was at a baseball diamond.
Yeah.
I ran all the bases like one of the sports guys.
Oh yeah, Johnny was. Remember, Johnny was mortified because where he worked put that on.
Oh right.
And he told me, he's like, he said, behave on stage. He said, I'm telling you right now, behave.
And the first thing you said was, "Welcome to Shea Stadium."
No,
with the Beatles.
I said, I said, hello. I said, this isn't Shea Stadium, but then again, we're not the Beatles. We're the High Plains Drifters. Boom, and off we went.
Right. So, we have a request. I wanted to play something for Don Whittingham. He's requested a song by Hammer Damage. It's called "Bluer Than Blue." Is that a Rubber City Rebels song?
It was actually written by, originally by the Rebels, but it was actually written by David Zagar, so
Okay.
it's Hammer Damage and Rubber City Rebels. So
Is it on the list?
it should be on, should be a live version from the Lime Spider there.
Under Bad Dudes?
No, under Hammer Damage.
I don't see one there. So, but there's a bunch of cool songs on here. Oh my God. So,
Bluer Than Blue.
oh, there it is. Takes good care of Bluer Than Blue.
Yeah, so that he gets a double. They're tied together.
All right.
Give it up for Mike Hammer on them drums. Make some noise for him, man. Everybody. She's so fine. She's wearing sack. She treats me kind. She put me on my
That was Bluer Than Blue, fronted with Take Good Care. So we'll get City Life for you in a minute, Don. I wanted to talk about the Battle of the Bands coming up. It's a week from tonight. So, oh, and by the way, happy birthday, Andy Warhol, today. And, like, oh, yeah, you're dead.
Yeah.
You still
So-
have birthdays when you're dead?
No. You have a death day. Death day. So next week, Battle of the Bands. DMP 102.3 is featuring the Battle of the Bands at Hog Heaven. And some of the bands that'll be there, or all of the bands that'll be there, are The Leftovers, Scuzzy Puppy Nursery, The Connections Band, Loss of Memory, and Breaking the Halo. So come out and support your local music scene and your local non-commercial hometown radio station. Plus, you get to meet me and a bunch of other cool people that work here. And you can vote for your favorite band, hear great music, win prizes, and have fun. And, oh, we got City Life ready, so here you go, Don.
I used to slumber around and hang out by myself. But when I met you, I swore I'd never want nobody else. You said all you ever wanted was a
Welcome back to Saturday Night Live and Local. And that last track you heard was actually called All the Same. Funny story, when the 45 was released, when they pressed the record, they reversed the labels. So, like, when you played All the Same, City Life would play, and then if you turned it over and played City Life, All the Same would play. So apparently, even when I transferred it to digital form, I got the names wrong in true form. So,
Yeah, it's still true.
so sorry, Don. You got to hear All the Same. So, so what's what do you guys want to talk about?
You're the host.
Oh, right.
Your audition for the...
I'm supposed to ask you a bunch of questions. Well, no, I wanted to ask our listeners to write in on Facebook at DMP 102.3 FM Facebook page, or I think you can call us if you promise to behave at 330-343-1023, and we can take your questions that way. So, if you have any questions for the band. There's a lot of ground to cover tonight, though. There was a million stories, a million shows. I remember there was a song that we always opened with called Head Kicked In, and it made people go crazy. Like, especially in Kent. Like, whenever we played Kent, they would just lose their mind. And which reminds me of... I wanted to ask Steve-o his impressions of his very first show with the Drifters. Do you remember?
Yes, I do, as a matter of fact. That was at a place called the Mattis. It was right across the street from JB's Stuff.
Oh, boy.
And,
I remember that night.
And I'd been playing with the band for a while. We hadn't played a show yet, and then we played for a while. And the day of the show, I had my eye on this awesome Les Paul.
It was beautiful.
It was a 1960 custom shop reissue, slim taper neck Les Paul, and I picked it up the day of the show, and my wife at the time, I'm like, I'm gonna play this tonight, and she's like, man, I don't think you should play that in Kent. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna take it as a backup, and I'm gonna put it in the guitar case. I'm just gonna take it as a backup, and I didn't. I just grabbed that guitar and I plugged in, and we start playing. And
I remember when you were loading in. It was like you had a semi-trailer full of equipment.
Yeah.
And you bring out this beautiful, shiny, brand new Les Paul. I'm like, Steve-o, that's a bad idea.
Yeah, it was a bad idea. Well, the show was going pretty good, and
Got a beer wash? maybe?
well, the thing, well, oh my
I
God.
started some trouble.
Well, the thing was, the show was going great and everything else, and some people in front of Jerry starts giving him a hard time, and so Jerry gets right back in their face. And
They
it's
said,
back
take
and
off
forth.
your pants.
I don't remember what it
Yeah.
was, but
And then
I sprayed him
he
with
sprayed
beer.
him with beer.
well, all I know is
And they
the last
reciprocated.
thing I remember was I see Jerry pick up the mic stand and bop this guy on the forehead, and he hits the ground, and next thing you know, beer cans and stuff is flying all beer. I'm showered in beer all over my guitar, and I'm like cowering in the corner behind Kevin's drums with Todd, and we're like trying to hide.
I went backstage with the girls.
Yeah, we were trying to hide, and the beer bottles and cans are flying out in the and so that was the first ding on my Les Paul. A beer bottle flew from the back of the room and went bang right into my brand new Les Paul, and I looked down and there's a ding in it. I had only owned the thing for 6 hours.
Yeah, well, they drug me off the stage.
Jerry disappeared into the crowd,
And
and I
then
could still
Kevin-
hear him singing.
And Kevin,
And then the drums stopped, and I knew that was trouble.
And
yeah,
then
Kevin flew over those drums.
He went through them.
Yes.
Yeah, they just kind of split.
we're packing out, and Kevin looks at me and he says, "Welcome to the High Plains Drifters."
And Kevin lifted Jerry up with his weak arm and started swinging on everybody in the audience. And then I looked over at Johnny, and he's like, Kevin's in there. I'm going in. So he unplugs his guitar and jumps into the crowd with his guitar on, and like, I look back, Steve-o's against the wall. So
Right.
I'm trying to protect my new guitar.
And I went backstage with the Driftettes.
We had another memorable show in Kent. We played at this place called the
Garage.
Garage.
Oh, that's a very good story. You
And-
remember? You don't remember that?
I do.
Do you?
I
You lost a lot of blood that night.
Yeah.
And your
Yeah.
pants split open too, as I
And,
recall.
my arm. My arm. Yeah, because I climbed up on the batting cages first, and then I jumped down on your amp and
You were
lost-
trying to hang yourself. You put the mic cord around your neck.
Yeah, I was trying to imitate Steve Baders, and I jumped down on the top of your amp and lost my balance and just fell right into Kevin's drums, and that's when I broke the legs on his drums that night.
And ripped your leather pants and started bleeding everywhere.
Yeah, and but we kept playing, and next thing we know, we see water just covering the floor.
Oh, right.
And I forget what song we were playing.
Well, we opened with Head Kicked In that night again, and the
yeah.
place went, and they busted the toilet out of the bathroom.
Yeah,
and flooded the whole club.
Well, that was after I.
And then midway through the set, we went into Hippie Hippie Shake.
That's
So
when,
ask the guy that doesn't drink, like,
Yeah.
what was going on that night.
That's when they busted the toilets off the wall when we went into Hippie Hippie Shake. That's
Yeah.
when, and I just see this water just pouring across the floor.
Yeah, it was a
And-
lot of water.
Yeah, and they made us stop playing.
No, you passed out into the drums during hanging around, and Kevin's like, I'm not putting them together again.
Yeah.
It's like-
But yeah, I remember I got home. I had this big gash in my arm, and my ex-wife, she's like, "What the hell? Ooh, sorry. She's like, what the heck happened to you?" I was like, "I fell into the drums."
yeah, that was a memorable night. That was
Yeah.
that we had the Stompin' Pompadours open, and so did the Porch Monkeys. Was it? I can't remember.
I can't remember either.
Porch Monkeys?
It was something like that. Yard Apes. That's what it was.
Close.
Yeah, they're somewhere in the yard. Okay. So I'm gonna let's hear a little bit of Head Kicked In. This is from Hammer Damage.
All ready then? We'd like to play a tender little love ballad for you. And it goes like this. You wanna fight? Well, the man was not good and the one feeling right. All right. Well, it's gonna be a fight, and it's gonna be all right. And somebody's gonna get dead tonight. Well, the joint is jumping and everybody's got the fun, yeah. Oh yeah. Well, it's gonna be a fool and good on the game, yeah. All right. And somebody's gonna get dead tonight. Well, it's gonna be the dead on the wall, not just about me alone. And I wanna leave but the people there. Oh, there's something about my life, and I'm never gonna get it.
that was Somebody's Gonna Get Their Head Kicked In Tonight by Hammer Damage. So, when you guys played that, did you have similar results? Like every time that song, like people went crazy.
We actually did, but we actually had a song called the Deutsch that was even more crazy.
Oh yeah, that was really
the
rowdy.
Deutsch, the Deutsch was great.
The Deutsch was the damage.
Yeah.
Damage the Room song more so than Head Kicking.
Right. That had was that the one with Munster's lick in it?
Nah, that was the Hermit.
Oh, the Hermit. Yeah. So, so we were in this studio on. Steve-o was just talking about this during the break on Cuyahoga Falls Avenue.
Big Adventure.
Big Adventure. Yeah.
Dave Stevenson, also known as Tate, owned that studio for quite a few years. Did quite a bit of stuff there, actually. It was pretty professional.
It was crazy. There was so much equipment in that place. Like, it was worth more than the whole block of buildings, probably.
Yeah. Equipment and porn.
And it was the largest collection of porn I'd ever seen in my
There was
life.
porn on in every corner.
Single room, there was a TV with porn going on.
Yeah.
Pictures of him with porn stars.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Tate was an enthusiast.
Yes.
Yeah, that's where the High Plains Drifters record was done at. And Steve-o, that's how I met Steve-o. He actually called me to ask me if I would produce the record, in which I said yeah, and I told him I have a great place we could do it at. And so, yeah, that's where we ended up going, and it was quite interesting. A lot of fun.
I remember the morning that we went in, I was hanging out with Johnny Dredd, and he was really adamant about having eggs and beer. Like, we needed to find a place on a Sunday morning that served eggs and beer, and it was...
We went to Oak Street, right over by his house on...
it was hard to do.
Birchwood. There's an
Oakdale.
Oakwood or something like this.
And then that's why we were late. Sorry.
Johnny spilt beer in the studio too, and I got mad at him, and he thought it was because he spilt the beer in the studio, and it was actually because he just actually wasted beer. That's why I was mad.
Yeah. So I remember we tried to do most of those takes live, but. You were probably
most of them were done live. Jerry overdubbed some vocals, and I don't think we overdubbed any guitar tracks. Maybe a one or two or something, but no, it was pretty much done live.
I did one on the whole album.
Hanging Around, I think, which is. I hope you're going to play that one. That's one of my favorites. So.
Oh yeah.
Anyway. Can I request? Should I go call? And call
you call in and request Hanging Around. So the Hanging Around was wasn't that a song about Dorinda?
Well, me and Johnny Dredd wrote that.
Yeah.
And he came up with the riff, and then we both collaborated on the words. I don't know if it was about Dorinda or not, but
okay.
I think at the time it was about just women in general.
Yeah.
Was that the 20 feet of rope one, right?
Yeah. So we did a 4-song EP at Copperhead Studio with Bruce Hensel, I believe.
Yeah, who's worked with many famous.
He did Hotel California. I think.
He worked with.
So this is a version of that song that we recorded at that studio. So it's called Hanging Around.
Such a
So that was Hanging Around by the High Plains Drifters. That, Cal, you said that version was a little quicker than the ones we did at the other place?
Yeah, it was a little bit faster.
Yeah, back then we were a little hyper.
Sounded different.
Yeah.
Oh, plus we had like Rockstar Michael back then. He was crazy about everything like that.
Michael was a great guitar player.
Yeah.
You know, a little spoiled brat.
He was a little girly.
Yeah, well, he was a spoiled rich brat, but man, he could play guitar. So
Yeah, he ended up moving to Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Yes. I went out and visited him once. I said, and he said, "Come see my house." And I said, "Okay." It was dark out, and he said, Stevie Wonder used to live here, and I said, did he paint the inside? I was just wondering, you know.
I heard he's back in the area.
Yeah, he's back here, back in Cleveland.
Oh, really?
I don't know. That's very strong.
Yeah. Somebody told me he's back in the area.
Maybe he'll call in.
Yeah, call in, Michael, if you're listening.
Yeah.
Let us know you're out there. So, Cal, you got a really cool day job. So, like, you get to hang out with a lot of bands and see a lot of things. Like, you spend a lot of time with Tesla. I see you're wearing a Tesla shirt.
Yeah, it's because
So-
they gave it to me. So,
Yeah.
you know.
So, did you ever get to play with them?
Actually, I have. I've played 3 times, I believe. Yeah,
Cool.
2 times electric, once acoustic. Was fortunate enough to get invited up to do encores at sold-out shows, and they're all
Cool.
really good friends. And Troy and I are like brothers, the drummer of the band, and he was my best man in my last marriage.
Well, that was an event of the century. Like, didn't you get married at the Civic?
At the Civic Theater, and had Mark Lee Shannon was my musical guest.
Wow.
And,
Wow.
yeah, it was a nice little soiree, but the Jaws theme was our wedding march. So
No, really?
I swear to Jesus.
I was there.
Was that
I can tell you that is
I actually
true.
had to make it long enough for her to get down the stairs, you know. So it was that dun 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 dun, dun. And everybody in the whole place just looked at each other in amazement of like, is this really the Jaws theme? And anyway, so yeah, so it worked out.
Was that an omen?
I'm sure it was.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. Maybe that was an omen.
No, but yeah, the day job's kind of cool. But I've met, a lot of people over the years, more so playing than for my job, actually, because I actually knew all those people before I even got my job that I do for the daytime in the audio business. But I lived in the Bay Area for 10 years, so that's how I met the guys from Y&T, guys from Tesla, guys from Morbid Angel, Death Angel, all the heavy, hardcore metal bands out there and the punk scene and whatnot. So it was from 81 to 90. I lived in San Francisco Bay Area.
Wow.
So that's where I got to meet all those guys. There's just a boatload of talent in the Bay Area, California. More so than L.A. or any other city I've ever been to. So
Right.
anyhow,
Including Akron?
talent-wise, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot. Akron didn't have a lot of bands in the late 70s, early 80s, and all of a sudden everybody thought it would be cool. So most of the bands from Akron lasted, a month or 2 or 3 or a summer maybe. Guys in college or something. But the long-standing bands like the Drifters, Teacher's Pet, and Hammer Damage, Bizarros, there's only a handful of the good, bands like that.
You're in a museum?
No, I didn't.
You didn't know that?
No.
There's a new museum in Akron called the Akron Sound Museum.
Oh, I did know that. Yes, I
Yeah.
did. Yeah.
So
I heard. I haven't seen it yet, but
I saw it.
Wait a minute.
It's real.
They put Cal in the museum.
Yep. Well, you're in
That's
there too,
awesome.
Steve-o. Yeah.
You're killing me.
yeah, the guys,
killing me.
your burn-up amplifiers in there.
Yeah. we hauled your Mesa Boogie in there, and
Yeah.
and my drifter jacket that I haven't fit into in 20 years.
The one with the leopard skin and the fringes.
No.
The one with that. I think Patty painted the little skulls all over it. Like,
I do remember that.
Yeah. So it was. It's hanging on a mannequin with a Devo hat on it, like a flower pot, like on the mannequin. It's pretty weird.
Huh.
Right next to a Rubber City Rebels poster.
So I need to go see this place, right?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Cool.
And so shows. There was another show that you won. Oh, yes. Okay, so the most exciting thing that's ever happened at one of your, like, the most unexpected. Have you ever been mauled by a bear at a show, Jerry Ramone?
I have not.
You have to. I watched it.
No, almost. No, they wouldn't let me. They wouldn't let me wrestle it because I was too drunk. And Johnny kept.
I thought you meant a bear as in a man bear.
No, we actually had.
Well, he did have a lot of hair.
Well, there was that.
We actually
furry back.
had a wrestling bear as an opening act at a place called Diversions up in
I
Cleveland.
couldn't remember the name of the place. Yeah,
And
Caesar was the bear.
yeah, Caesar the wrestling bear. And I was drunk enough to where Johnny Dredd is
That seemed like a good idea.
yeah. Johnny's like, just tickle its belly, you know, and it'll roll over. So I signed up.
If I had a nickel for every time. Yeah.
So I signed up for it, but the Bears owner realized how drunk I was, so he wouldn't let me do it. But the other thing that happened that night, I used to wear a bunch of bracelets. On
that?
Yeah. And we were back in the dressing room, and I was standing by the door, and light switch was right there. And I put my arm up. Well, from the light switch, there was like some bare wires. And those bracelets hit the bare wires, and I just flew across the room and was knocked unconscious for a few seconds.
Dude, you're a train wreck.
Oh, man. And we ended up doing the show.
The show must go on.
And the bracelet I had on, it was kind of like those little beaded bracelets that you'd like wear dog tags with. And it was wrapped in, and I remember waking up the next morning, and there was all these little bumps burned into my wrist. And I'm like, what the hell? And then I looked down, and there was like this scorched bracelet.
Okay.
And so, yeah, that was another memorable show.
It wasn't the bear. Oh, I got to tell you a
Okay.
little story. When I first met Jerry was actually a roadie for Hammer Damage.
Yeah.
When I first met him, and we had two guys, and they were both called. Their
Jerry.
both names were Jerry. They both have black hair. They both wore black leather jackets. And so anybody in Hammer Damage, all they had to do was yell, "Hey, Jerry!" And at least we knew one guy would come. But no, Jerry went to New York with us in
Yeah, you guys took me.
1980, I think. or
Yeah,
something
they
like
took
that.
me to New York City for the first time.
And we went to the No Nukes Festival. Never did find the festival, but we walked Central Park for hours.
Oh yeah, you and me and Butch, man. Yeah. We had quarts of beer in bags as you're walking around, and I'm like, we can't drink these on the street. And you guys were like, yeah,
It's New York City.
yeah, you can.
It was before Rudy, so.
Yeah.
Things were different then.
Yeah.
I think you were 16, 17. I don't think you were even 18 yet, were you?
Yeah, I was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was.
All right.
Yeah.
Obviously,
is
because
that-
you
he
wouldn't
is
have
that-
had any beer
he's
before
of
you
age
were
now.
18.
Oh, yeah,
I
he didn't
didn't-
have any beer before he was 18.
Oh, that's the God's honest truth.
What year? Well, 80, whatever, how old are you?
Yeah, I did not start drinking until I was legally allowed to.
Okay. That's the
right.
story you're sticking to. I understand.
Yep.
Me neither.
Let's hear some music.
Yeah.
So, okay, yeah. What I want to hear. Here we go. I got it here. Some of our most requested songs were cover songs, of course. We were like the weirdest 70s cover band ever. This is it's a double feature here. We got Jet, Leaving on a Jet Plane by John Denver, and backed with As Tears Go by the Rolling Stones.
On the I'm living on in the swing, don't know when I'll be back again. Hopefully, I know. Time before I break around me, time before I take it now. They don't mean a thing. Every place I go on, I'll give it something I'll say to you. I come back, I'll feel when it rains. Kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. I'm living on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Hopefully, I know. I'm gone. I'm trying to come on. Giving you one more time. And get shit, close your eyes. I'll be on my way. Dream about nothing. No, I won't have to leave alone. By our time, I won't have to say. Kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. I'm living on the destiny. Don't know when I'm back again. Hopefully, I can go. I'm living on the destiny. Don't know when I'm back again. Hopefully, I can go. This is the evening of the day. I'll sit and watch the children play. Smiling faces I can't see, fighting up for me. I sit and watch it go by. Watch the children play. Smiling faces I can see, fighting up for me. I sit and watch it go by. Our riches can't buy everything. I wanna hear the children sing. All I hear is a sound, the rain falling on the ground. I sit and watch it go by. Watch it, she's never
in seminary school, there was this really good-looking little priest, man. He had the nicest ass you ever saw, man. Want to tell you about my baby. You know when she come around, she step about 4 feet forward, from her head to the ground. You come up here, it's about midnight. She make me feel so good. She make me feel alright. Sing with me. And her name is
You got it up a step. Your legs feel like rubber. Your mind is like a sweat to the joint. But now just stop sleeping to the joint. Fucking vomit. Well, I show you how to do it. I really love it. You say you got nothing, you're lost and you're running. You can't get it back. You wanna have some fun to the joint. You got to stop sleeping to the joint. Fucking vomit. Well, I show you how to do it. I really love it. Do the joint. Now wait a minute, boys. These people weren't dancing in the back. Let's do it one more time. Fuck it, faster this time. You wanna have the fun that I got? Fucking my man. Welcome to the Island of Man. Everything I'm gonna do it. But don't see friend, we got it always there. The left is like rubber, the other is the right to the door. But that is not the super to the door. Fucking my man. Oh, so you how to do it, do it. You say you got something and they know and you're running. You can't get them out. Do the joint. That's the super to the joint. Fucking my man. Oh, so you how to do it, do the joint. Sing on it. Hey. So you how to do it. I really don't do it, do the joint. You're not dancing enough.
Welcome back to Saturday Night Live and Local. That was Hammer Damage with the Herman and the Deutsch, right?
Yeah, the Deutsch.
So that was your rowdiest song. That's where blood was shed, right? On
Yeah,
the
well,
dance
not
floor?
at that actual gig, but actually, well, maybe it was, but I'm not sure. But there was a fight, I think, at the end of that show. But yeah, that was the JB's anthem of slam dancing back in the 1977, 1978, when Hammer Damage and Teacher's Pet would play Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and we would repeat our sets. So the band could play all night. So we would play a set, they would play a set, then we would play.
But it was the same set.
Same set. Same set.
So, but people were too drunk to notice it was the same set.
Well, usually the
Just-
crowd turned over, you know.
Yeah,
So the people
okay.
that were there early weren't there late, so they didn't know.
Okay.
But
cool.
yeah, we did probably 6 months straight, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Teacher's Pet, Hammer Damage, and
Well, we didn't get to hear anything from Teacher's Pet yet, so we were going to listen to. Actually, the Bad Dudes did a Teacher's Pet song.
yeah,
right?
that's a really good version of our single. Teacher's Pet did a single on Clone Records very early on with Clone Records when they were doing Tin Huey, Devos, Waitresses, that kind of stuff, and we did a single, and it was called Hooked on You, but the Bad Dudes actually did a version of it that's should be the first one on there.
Yep, there it is.
It's a good one. It's got George Cabanis on it, too.
Cool.
saw you yesterday, and you didn't have much to say. You said you'd like to be with me, but I didn't want to stay. And then I saw you at the dance, you know, you really caught my glance. You were looking really fine, so I thought, why not take a chance? Well, the first time we met, I didn't want to be with you. The next time I saw you, there was nothing I could do. You know, I'm hooked on you, baby. Baby, I'm hooked on you. Then we went up to your place, you said you had to fix your face, and you came back in the room wearing just your silk and lace. You know I really fell for you. There was nothing I could do. I knew that when the night was through, I'd spend my whole life hooked on you. Well, the first time we met, I didn't want to be with you. The next time I saw you, there was nothing I could do. You know I'm hooked on you, baby. Baby, I'm hooked on you. Well, the first time we met, I didn't want to be with you. The next time I saw you, there was nothing I could do. You know I'm hooked on you, baby. Baby, I'm hooked on you. On you. On you. I'm hooked on you. Yesterday, and you didn't have much to say. You said you'd like to be with me, but I did not want to stay. And then I saw you at the dance. You know, you really caught my glance. You were looking really fine, so I thought, why not take a chance? Well, the first time we met, I didn't want to be with you. The next time I saw you, there was nothing I could do. You know I'm hooked on you, baby. Baby, I'm hooked on you. Well, the first time we met, I didn't want to be with you. The next time I saw you, there was nothing I could do. You know I'm hooked on you, baby. Baby, I'm hooked on you. On you. On you. I'm hooked on you.
And that was Hooked on You. It was by Teacher's Pet. Well, it was a Teacher's Pet song performed by the Bad Dudes. And there's another track from the Bad Dudes that I wanted to get to called Tangled. Is there any setup for this song? Did you write this one?
It's all tangled.
Yeah,
No.
exactly.
No. This is one of our.
Is that about that Disney movie?
No, it isn't. Actually, it's about probably an ex-girlfriend or something. Whatever.
They're all about ex-girlfriends.
Yeah. Well, mine are, anyways. I didn't have any boyfriends, so. Except for Steve-o.
Yeah.
you in the night. I'll make you feel alright. Don't you know, I'm tangled in your love. Tangled in your love. With ease, you're in my mind, and all that you'll find is me and the kind of things that will be. Another tragedy, another mystery. Don't you know, I'm tangled in your love. Tangled in your love. You're on your own, and I feel alone, but that's okay, 'cause you know that I'll make it anyway. Tomorrow's another day. Don't you understand? I'm tangled in your love. Tangled in your love. I'm tangled in your love. Tangled in your love.
And welcome back to Saturday Night Live and Local on DMP 102.3. And that was the Bad Dudes with Tangled. And,
Yeah,
So-
Kel, that
yeah.
pretty awesome guitar player for sounded pretty good for a beginner.
That was George.
Sounded pretty good for a beginner.
Yeah. Yeah, it's it's not your first rodeo, I'm guessing. So I want to get our time machine. Go back to Teacher's Pet and doing a cover of Herman and the Hermits, Henry VIII.
I got me to the bitch next door. She's been mad selling time for everyone was a Henry. Never was a Willie or a Sam. But an 8-year-old man called Henry. Henry VIII I am. I'm Henry VIII I am. Henry VIII I am. I got me to the bitch next door. She's been mad selling time for everyone was Henry. Never was a Willie or a Sam. But an 8-year-old man called Henry. Henry VIII I am. Dear Henry. Henry VIII I am. Henry VIII I am. I got married to the whore next door. She's been married 7 times before. And everyone was a Henry. Never was a Willie or a Sam. But an 8-year-old man called Henry. Henry VIII I am. H-E-N-R-Y. Henry VIII I am. Henry VIII I am.
And welcome back. That was Henry VIII by Teacher's Pet. And we're getting pretty close to the end of the show, and I wanted to get to one more story before we both bands have a story about the Hells Angels. So I remember distinctly it was a Christmas show
Yeah.
because there was a plastic Santa and plastic candles on the stage.
Right.
And where JB's down, and there was, for some reason, there was no grounded plugs in JB's down. So I was plugged in. I busted those little, like, round thing off my plug and plugged in my SVT. And then Jeff plugged in his amp, and, like, neither one of us were grounded.
And
I was wearing a garland
headband. And
with the aluminum foil stuff.
yeah, and Jeff never trimmed his strings.
Right. And so he would touch me with his strings just to watch me get electrocuted with that
Yeah,
headband.
we would see Todd, we'd see him play, and all of a sudden you'd see him go,
Was Jeff in the Hells Angels?
Yeah, well, and then we closed out the show, and it got kind of rowdy, and Kevin kicked over all his drums, and Johnny left his guitar feeding back on the stage, and I jumped off the stage, and I had a full leg cast at the time up to my butt, and I landed on my back, and so I'm like a turtle on the dance floor with my guitar on my belly, and next thing you know, this 400-pound biker is straddling my head saying, "Play another song and dedicated to Hell's Angels." And I'm like, oh, yes, sir. I look back, the stage is trashed, and, like, everybody's gone. I don't know where they went. And apparently they came backstage, right, Jerry?
yeah. And I went back and I said, the Hells Angels are out there. They want us to play one more song. I said, this time make sure everything gets trashed. And we did. We went up there and played.
Do you remember the song?
I do not.
It was Under My Wheels by Alice Cooper.
Oh, okay. But there was a inflatable Santa Claus up there, and two of the Angels women started fighting over it. They were on the dance floor, like fighting over it, having a tug of war. And one of the Angels came up, flipped out a switchblade, and just sliced it in half. They go,
Problem solved.
yeah, he's like, there, now you each got a piece. And then we trashed the stage and said, yeah, that's it, can't play anymore, guys.
Night
Wonder
and
if the
night.
guy's name was Solomon.
They invited us to the clubhouse to play there.
Yeah.
We politely declined.
Yeah.
And but you were on the West Coast, and
Yeah,
real.
it was a band I was in called The Hurt with Terry Walker from the Bizarros and Dave Ashley, and we were playing at a club called The Village. At any rate, we played a song called "Is Elvis in Hell" that was originally written by the Hi-Fis from Akron, and the Hell's Angel guy come up to me and was going to beat me up because he thought I was disrespecting Elvis. But fortunately, I knew Deacon, who was the Oakland president of the Hell's Angels.
Was a
and
poker buddy, right?
Yeah, he was a poker buddy, so he saved me. But yeah, it was kind of interesting. They invited us to play at the clubhouse too after that, which we politely declined.
Right. Yeah. So that's the Hell's Angel story. So
I love the Hells Angels, though. They're a good group.
right. If anybody's listening from the Hell's Angels,
Yeah,
love you guys.
kill ISIS.
Well, before we go out, I'd just like to say thanks for having me on.
Yeah. Well,
it's
yeah, I
fun.
wanted to thank you guys for coming down and being on the show, and it's great to see everybody
Thanks
again.
for having us, Todd.
Yeah,
This is
thanks
cool.
for having us, Todd.
You know, it's a good time.
So we're gonna take us out with an original called "She Got Lied About." This is about that girl in school that went out with Johnny Football Hero, and like she was a good girl, but like Johnny lied about her, and now everybody thinks she's not a good girl.
Darn.
So she got lied about.
But it's hard, 16 ain't all that's hard. luck is mine. And she does fine and I'm doing fine. She got love.